Welcome back to Spill the Tea with Vikki. Today I have a very, very extra special guest, Macy Rodman.
They call me lazy girl.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, thank you so much for coming on the show
Yeah,
today.
thanks for having me.
Where are you from?
I'm from Alaska originally.
Holy shit. You're like the only cool person from Alaska that I know.
Yeah, I'm from Juneau. A lot of them are whack.
Yeah, Sarah Palin.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell anyone I was from there. Everyone was like, wow.
Are you with this bitch?
I know.
So what makes you chose the music career?
I mean, I've just always made music. Me and my sister used to like jam out in the garage when we were little.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of music were you guys making?
Well, my sister's like a crazy drum prodigy, so she would like drum or like play guitar, and I would sing, and we would like just like
That's amazing.
sing like Amy Winehouse songs or Gwen Stefani
Oh my
songs.
gosh.
Like,
I could totally see it now. Your style is sexy, but at the same time, it's not in a manufactured way. A little bit of like Madonna erotica, it's very in your face. It's
Yeah.
very strong.
Yeah.
It's provocative. Who inspired you to have this image?
well, I mean, I feel like I relate really strongly to people like Courtney Love and like Kathleen Hanna and people like that, but also like Britney, Gwen Stefani, Janet Jackson, those girls. So it's kind of like always a dichotomy between those two poles. With music, it's just like what people pay attention to. It's all about timing, and I feel like Riot Girl stuff has been really something that people are responding to right now, and that's definitely part of my lexicon. And people are appreciating pop music now like they never have before in a more serious capacity. I think people are ready to listen to something that's a little bit riskier, or like they're ready to go somewhere else with it.
Your EP, Help, is very, very, it's not too finished, not too overdone.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of like that raw vibe to it, which
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
Every song, even those 5 songs, each song has its own story and own vibe.
Yeah.
And JX Cannon produced the album.
We co-produced it together.
Oh, so how did that come about?
Well, he remixed one of my older songs a while ago, and I loved it, and so we were like, we should work on something again. So I was just like, hey, do you want to do this with me? I kind of need like a new perspective.
Yeah.
And I just need to like bounce ideas off people, because before, all my music I had just produced by myself and recorded myself, and it was just like very isolated. So I was like, I need someone to like bounce ideas off of. So we started last year. I brought him a bunch of like beats and stuff that I had written, and we just like developed it from there.
Speaking, as like a fan,
Yeah.
basically, not just your music, but like your activism, everything about you that you do, I love. X9 is really mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Kylie Minogue, but dark, and
That's probably like the most accessible song, I would say, right?
Oh, I gotta say, like I like going to a party to stay out there late, and I got your name, but if you give your girl a number, we could break the day. Or we could fall into a pill pop and an adventure with some thrill-seeking young gentlemen.
it's open with something light, something happy, and then you go to find this young man.
They wanna rip out my eyes, they wanna tear up my skin. They wanna kiss me goodbye, they wanna let themselves in.
It's part of a larger problem, but it's like,
So has any of that ever happened to you, like violence against you because you are a trans woman?
a little bit. I mean, mostly stuff on the street. Like, I was walking home one time, and this guy started yelling at me, and I yelled something back, and so he came at me with a pipe and like knocked me unconscious.
Oh my gosh.
And I like woke up in the middle of the street with my head bleeding, and I like freaked out, and like I couldn't find my phone, and then I found my phone on the street and called 911 and went to the hospital, but they were like, there's nothing we can really do. And I was
that
too.
New York?
Yeah. It was like a block away from my house too, and I was like, I don't want to like have the cops go after this guy because then he'll just like come find me on my block, you know? Because if they can't do anything, you know? I was kind of dating this guy for a minute who was like, he was like, oh, if you like ever date anyone else, I'm gonna kill them. And I was like, ha ha ha. And then, I was like kind of cooling off from him, and he actually tried to choke me while we were having sex.
Really?
And I flipped out and made him leave, and he like, you know, wouldn't stop calling me. But
Stop calling. With trans women in their relationship, lots of these men who kill these trans women right now, they are the one that close to them.
Yeah.
Or know them.
Well, that's the problem with trans women being so objectified, is that if they try to enact any agency, the person they're with just knows they can take away all of their power.
Lazy Girl, that's your like most well-known song.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I wrote it when I was like, I first started taking hormones. It affects everyone differently, but I was just like, I can't get out of bed. But I was like, but I have to like do something. Like I'm feeling inspired and I'm feeling really happy, but I'm just like, you know.
So Frida Kahlo when she's in bed. Just like
totally.
She painted.
But yeah, I wrote that, and then it was just, when we put it out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, I'm so tired. I love this song." Like,
I listened to it like 5 times today, like when I was in the shower.
Yeah.
And the music video is like so like fun.
Oh my god, I love the music video.
I need somebody to get me high. Don't wanna get out of bed. Keep on snoring.
I feel like it's low budget, but that's your intention.
Yeah.
Like to make it not glossy.
Right.
Everybody's talking to each other like they know each other. Everybody's calling like ring, ring, ring. Everybody's looking at me like I should be doing better, but all I can tell them is just one thing.
Yeah.
I think it takes balls to do that.
Well, I mean, that's where I come from, is just like piecing whatever I have to make something. So, I don't mind having that as like a part of the product, you know.
So, Landslide.
Took my love and you took it down. Climbed a mountain and you turned around.
He really wanted me to cover Landslide.
Are you a fan of Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah,
Yeah?
huge fan of Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood
Really?
Mac, yeah.
I dated a guy who loved Stevie Nicks. And then he turned out to be a pussy. I need someone who's like a fan of like Salt and Pepper or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Your last song is Don't Break My Heart.
Uh-huh.
I usually, when I pick the song, I would like see what the title is.
Uh-huh.
I like something that's like emotional. I'm such an emotional person, obviously. Don't Break My Heart was the first song that I clicked on. And it's not as sad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about this song? Like, what's your inspiration? What makes you wrote that song?
I think with that one, it's more just like about like that point when you first start like dating someone, you really like them, but you're not sure if they like you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh my god, I want this to work so bad. Oh my god, don't be an asshole. Like, just like, please be cool.
You put me through. I've been around the last couple years.
Do you find that men find you intimidated because, like, you know, you're an artist? It's like, if they fuck you up, it's gonna be on the next album.
I mean, honestly, I don't really write that much about, like, love. I mean, like, sometimes it's, like, more about sex, I guess, but, like...
I love it.
It's not like Taylor Swift, you know? It's not
Oh,
like...
God. Her sex is, like, missionary condoms. Yours is, like, anal jockey.
You do know me! Yeah, so expect my next single, Anal Dogging.
I want 20%. I know that you post like, personal thing on your Facebook. I saw a couple, which is really good because lots of them are educational. I think a week ago, you posted something. You said that this woman asked you if you were fully trans or fully women.
Yeah.
Right? So tell me about that.
Well, I was at a show. It was for my boyfriend's label, Sweat Equity. And yeah, it was this girl who works at this music magazine. She's like, hey, so I know who you are, I know your music, like what, like why haven't we featured you? I was like, good question.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, let's see, are you like fully trans? Like, are you like fully trans? She did that. She was like, are you like fully trans?
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I'm trans. Like, that's all you need to know. I mean, I guess I kind of like put myself in a position where people feel more comfortable because, you know, I talk about it and there's songs on my album about it. So, like, to a certain degree.
But that's not on the fucking album.
But that's not on the list,
Yeah, so you can't ask someone that.
So, you know, I
She
kind
really
of
did that?
Yeah, I kind of like brushed that off, and then she like asked me to like pitch myself to her, and I was like, well, it seems like all you're interested in is my genitals, so
Yeah.
like maybe this isn't a good fit.
Do you think she was ignorant or she's like ill-intended? Like she wanted to make you do that?
No, I don't think she was trying to like take a stab at me.
Yeah, okay.
But I think that she was just being really stupid and and familiar when like I'm not gonna ask her about her genitals. Like that's not okay. She did email me later being like, I'm afraid I'm gonna get fired. So it's like, okay, you've done your job. I've done my job.
Does that happen to you a lot?
Honestly, mostly like people are okay. I work at a bar too, and so I kind of always have to like give people like lessons on like pronouns, and you know they'll be like, thanks man. People think that if you're like clockable, then that negates your femininity and you're a man.
I'm surprised that people don't support each other as much as they should.
Yeah, of course. I come from a drag background. Like I ran a drag show for 3 years before I started transitioning, and so I mean, you know, there's a lot of like shade towards trans women in that community, which seems really backwards. But I think a lot of people just don't understand it fully. You know.
Is it hard for people to separate the drag you and the trans you?
Oh my god, yeah. I didn't perform for like a year. Like, even when I did that show, I was mostly just like performing my own music or performing covers of other people's music. Like people would ask me to like lip sync at drag shows. Like that's not what I do. Like so yeah, that was hard. But I mean, yeah, you just have to be patient with people. Like,
tell me about your relationship.
So I've been dating JX Cannon, who I co-produced the EP. We've been dating for like 8 months now, since July.
So you're almost ready for
pregnancy?
That is one thing I love as a trans woman. You don't have to get it.
Yeah. Okay, period. Yeah.
Oh, period. Yes. Maybe it's a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we don't get periods, so that's why they don't want us to use the bathroom.
In exchange for not having a period, you don't get to pee in public.
Well, we don't have to.
Yeah.
We don't even have a pee hole.
Just like Barbies.
We just sweat,
Yeah.
and now sweat turned into glitter.
I hadn't really been in a relationship for as long as I've been in this one, and like I've never been in a relationship as a trans person either, you know. So it's like
You learn a lot.
yeah, it's just like, you know, my boyfriend's like super open-minded. He's like we're monogamous.
What are your future goals, you know, with your music career?
We're making a video for Violent Young Men, and it's gonna be it's like a horror movie themed, and making new music. Yeah, I just want to keep making music and
You're a
what I'm
true
doing
music
and-
lover. Thank you for being here so
Thank you
much.
for
I
having
love
me.
it. I love it. I love you. Can you tell people where they can come see your show, DJing, or like performing?
Yeah, you can follow me on SoundCloud and Bandcamp at Macy Rodman. You can follow me on Instagram, Macy Rodman, same on Twitter.
You have a YouTube channel?
Yeah. Next, I'm playing at Zodiac, I think is the next show.
Where's that?
I don't actually know where it's going to be.
Oh.
But it's... Actually, I don't know the date on that one. But also, Holy Mountain on March 18th.
Is it in Manhattan?
It's in Manhattan. Then I'm going to be in Toronto and Vassar and Baltimore at Girl Power, all in April.
All at Macy fans, check her schedule so you can go see her performing live. I really want to see you perform live.
Yeah.
It's like your music is like freaky. I need to like, see you get your freak on. You can follow Macy on Instagram at Macy Rodman. We'll put it here. And you can follow me on Instagram at I'm Vikki Lee. We'll put it right there. Put it right here. Follow TransModel at TransModel NYC. I always almost say NYU. I don't know why. See you next time on Spill the Tea with Vikki Lee. Bye.
I don't wanna move, I just wanna keep sleeping. I don't wanna go outside. I don't wanna eat, talk, shit, see people. I just wanna lay down and die.
It looks good on camera, but I love to eat.
I know, right?
So we just set the camera and lighting different.
Just give me my Instagram angles and then we'll make a...
Well, since that the Spill the Tea audience, you know, they haven't really get a chance to know anything. You can be in the light like that.